Today our topic is how to crush your goals using Stoic principles. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It is not just about thinking, but about taking action. The Stoics believe that the key to happiness and success is not in external things like money or fame, but in our own minds and actions. If you want to crush your goals, Stoic principles can help you stay focused, disciplined, and calm, no matter what challenges you face. Let me explain how you can use these principles to achieve your goals. First, let's talk about the most important Stoic idea. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics say that many things in life are outside our control. For example, you cannot control the weather, other people's opinions, or unexpected events. But you can control your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. When you set a goal, there will always be obstacles. You might face failure, criticism, or bad luck. But instead of worrying about these things, focus on what you can do. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? How can I take one step closer to my goal? By focusing on your efforts and not on the results, you will feel less stressed and more motivated. For example, if your goal is to get a promotion at work, you cannot control whether your boss will give it to you. But you can control how hard you work, how much you learn, and how you treat your colleagues. Focus on these things, and you will feel more in charge of your life. Next, Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges and see them as opportunities. The Stoics believe that obstacles are not problems, but chances to grow stronger. When you face a difficult situation, don't complain or give up. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? For example, if you fail at something, don't see it as the end. See it as a chance to improve. The famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that you can turn any challenge into a stepping stone for success. If your goal is to run a marathon, you might face pain, fatigue, or bad weather during your training. But instead of seeing these as reasons to quit, see them as ways to build your strength and resilience. Every challenge you overcome will make you stronger and more prepared for your goal. Another important Stoic principle is to practice discipline and self-control. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from mastering your desires and emotions. If you want to crush your goals, you need to be disciplined. This means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you might not always feel inspired to write. But if you wait for inspiration, you might never finish. Instead, set a schedule and stick to it. Write every day, even if it's just a little. Over time, these small efforts will add up to something big. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." This means that consistency is more important than speed. Even if you make slow progress, you are still moving forward. Discipline also means saying no to distractions. In today's world, there are many things that can pull you away from your goals, like social media, TV, or unnecessary commitments. Learn to say no to these things and focus on what truly matters. Stoicism also teaches us to stay calm and composed, no matter what happens. The Stoics called this ataraxia, which means inner peace. When you are working toward a goal, there will be ups and downs. You might face setbacks, criticism, or doubts. But if you can stay calm and keep a clear mind, you will be able to handle anything. One way to do this is to practice negative visualization. This is a Stoic exercise where you imagine the worst-case scenario and think about how you would handle it. For example, if your goal is to start a business, imagine what would happen if it failed. Think about how you would recover and what you would learn from the experience. By preparing for the worst, you will feel less afraid and more confident. Another way to stay calm is to remind yourself that everything is temporary. Success and failure, joy and pain, all come and go. If you can remember this, You will not get too excited when things go well or too upset when they don't. This balanced mindset will help you stay focused on your goals. Another Stoic principle that can help you crush your goals is to live with purpose. The Stoics believe that life is short and that we should use our time wisely. This means setting meaningful goals and working toward them with passion and determination. Ask yourself, what do I really want to achieve? Why is this goal important to me? When you have a clear purpose, you will feel more motivated and less likely to give up. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, don't just do it because you want to look better. Do it because you want to be healthier, stronger, and more energetic. When you connect your goals to a deeper purpose, they will feel more meaningful and worth the effort. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realizes this and you will find strength. This means that when you focus on your purpose and your own actions, you will feel more powerful and in control. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to be humble and grateful. The Stoics believe that no matter how successful we become, we should never forget where we came from or take things for granted. When you achieve a goal, don't let it make you arrogant or complacent. Instead, be grateful for the opportunity and the effort you put in. Gratitude will keep you grounded and motivated to keep improving. For example, if you achieve a big goal, like graduating from college or getting a dream job, take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Think about the people who helped you and the challenges you overcame. This will remind you that success is not just about you, but also about the support and opportunities you received. Gratitude will also help you stay focused on your next goals, instead of resting on your achievements. In conclusion, Stoic principles can help you crush your goals by teaching you to focus on what you can control. Embrace challenges, practice discipline, stay calm, live with purpose, and be humble and grateful. These principles are not just ideas, but tools you can use every day to stay motivated and focused. Remember, success is not about being perfect or never failing. It's about how you handle failure, how you keep going, and how you grow from your experiences. The Stoics believe that the best way to live is to be virtuous, to do your best, and to accept whatever happens with grace. If you can do this, you will not only achieve your goals, but also live a good and meaningful life. So, start today. Take one step toward your goal, no matter how small. Focus on what you can control. Embrace the challenges, and keep moving forward. With Stoic principles, you have the power to crush your goals and create the life you want.